In an era where reboots and retellings dominate the small screen, few tales endure with the timeless tenacity of Robin Hood, the archetypal outlaw whose bow and moral compass have pierced the heart of folklore for centuries. The latest incarnation, a lavish 10-part action-adventure series helmed by creators Jonathan English and John Glenn, burst onto American screens via MGM Plus with a premiere so visceral and blood-soaked that it left audiences uttering a collective gasp of exhilaration. Viewers, from casual binge-watchers to die-hard medieval drama devotees, flooded online forums with declarations of addiction. Already hooked, one confessed while another raved on social media. Just watched the 2 episodes? Fantastic series, can't wait for the other episodes. The enthusiasm was palpable, a digital roar that proclaimed, "Okay, I'm loving it so far. And this new Robin Hood show is pretty and good for 2 episodes in fantastic set and costume design, completely atmospheric of 12th century England. Plus the Sean Bean of it all. Yes, I shall continue watching." At its core, this Robin Hood is a saga of defiance and desire, reimagining the legend through the lens of post-Norman conquest turmoil. As the synopsis eloquently captures, Rob, a Saxon outlaw, and Marion, a Norman noblewoman, unite to fight injustice after the Norman conquest. He leads a rebel band while she infiltrates the corrupt court, both striving for justice and peace. It's a narrative that pulses with historical heft and romantic tension, where class divides and conquest scars fuel a rebellion as personal as it is political. Leading the charge is Australian actor Jack Patton as the eponymous Rob, infusing the role with a rugged charisma that evokes Errol Flynn's swashbuckling legacy while grounding it in gritty realism. Opposite him, Lydia Peckham commands as Priscilla of Nottingham, a fresh twist on the classic Maid Marian, her poise masking a steely resolve that makes her infiltration of the court's serpentine halls a thrill to behold. Marcus Fraser's Little John looms large as the loyal giant, his presence a bulwark of brute strength and brotherly bond. Yet it's Sean Bean as the Sheriff of Nottingham who elevates the ensemble to mythic stature. Bean, the gravel-voiced thespian synonymous with tragic heroism, from his Ned Stark demise in Game of Thrones to his Sharp series exploits, here dons the villain's mantle with relish. His sheriff is no cartoonish cad, but a complex tyrant whose authority is laced with menace and melancholy, a man forged in the fires of feudal ambition. The supporting cast weaves a rich tapestry: Chiara Kalina's enigmatic ally, Henry Rowley's cunning friar, Erica Ford's fierce archer, Angus Castledowdy's youthful zealot, Stephen Waddington's grizzled mentor, and Connie Nielsen's regal intriguer, each adding layers to a world teeming with intrigue. The premiere's dual episodes, unleashed on a Sunday eve, set a tone of unrelenting intensity. Blood flows freely in visceral clashes that blend swordplay with emotional stakes, while the Sherwood Forest backdrop, lush yet lurking with danger, serves as both sanctuary and snare. Released weekly thereafter with the finale poised just shy of the new year, the series promises a slow burn escalation, each installment a arrow loosed toward narrative climax. Critical acclaim has followed suit, with an enviable 89% on Rotten Tomatoes and a solid 6.1/10 on IMDb, where fans decry the latter as ridiculous. One reviewer enthused, "A fresh take on an old tale. You can see time has gone into production and the acting is good quality. There are many similarities between this and God. The parallels to Westeros are apt. Political machinations, moral ambiguities, and a medieval milieu that feels lived in, not labored over. Of course, not all arrows hit their mark. A vocal minority decried the show's liberties with history, awful, historically inaccurate, poor storyline, little character development, labeling it a fanciful frolic rather than faithful chronicle. Yet, these critiques only amplify the discourse, reminding us that Robin Hood has always been a shapeshifter, molded by each era's anxieties. From ballads to blockbusters, the legend adapts, its core ethos of equity enduring amid embellishments. For UK audiences, the series streams via Prime Video channels, a gateway to this verdant vision. Creators English and Glenn, speaking to industry outlets, unveiled their blueprint, a realm grounded yet gorgeous, balancing authenticity with allure. "We wanted it to feel very real and grounded but also a beautiful world," English explained. Drawing from cinematic touchstones like Pride and Prejudice, they crafted sets that invite immersion, not the mud-caked drudgery of pure grit, but a lavish landscape of Nottingham's bustling town, imposing castle and Westminster's opulent interiors. "It was exciting," he added, "a balance between making it feel real and impressive and exciting but also relatable. This ethos permeates every frame, from the rustle of chainmail to the flicker of torchlight on determined faces. But what fuels our endless fascination with Robin Hood? The legend's roots burrow deep into England's mythic soil, with the earliest whispers in Geoffrey Chaucer's tales of the Hazel Wold where Jolie Robin played. Some scholars trace him to the Green Man, a pagan fertility sprite from the 4th century, symbolizing nature's wild reclaiming. Yet, medieval archives yield scant traces of our bow-wielding bandit. A 13th-century servant named Robin Hood from Gloucestershire stands accused of murder in 1216, but his turf was far from Nottingham's Sherwood. Another Durham Robin was a model citizen, while Robert of Wetherby, an outlaw and evildoer hanged in 1225, lacks the merry men's mirth. The legend crystallized in print around 1500 with a jest of Robin Hood and his meanie, a ballad brimming with daring do. Robin, Little John, and the sheriff clash in 8 rollicking chapters, culminating in a royal pardon as the disguised king graces Sherwood. This template, roguish hero, loyal band, tyrannical foe, has spawned endless iterations. Douglas Fairbanks's silent swashbuckler, Disney's anthropomorphic romp, Kevin Costner's brooding epic and Russell Crowe's gritty reboot. Each reflects its time. Fairbanks's exuberance mirrored jazz-age joie de vivre, Costner's pathos echoed post-Cold War cynicism. In our fractured age, Robin Hood's resonance deepens. He embodies resistance against unchecked power, a folk hero whose theft from the rich isn't greed but gospel, a redistribution of fortune's fickle favors. Marion's evolution from damsel to dynamo mirrors feminism's arc, her courtly guile a subversive sisterhood to Rob's forest fraternity. Bean's sheriff, with his Lancastrian growl and haunted eyes, humanizes the oppressor, blurring hero-villain lines in a nod to nuance. As episodes unfurl, viewers will traverse betrayal's brambles and love's laurels, questioning justice in a world where conquest's echoes linger, from Brexit's borders to inequality's chasms. This Robin Hood doesn't just entertain, it excavates, urging us to loose our own arrows at injustice. In Sherwood's shadow we find not just legend reborn, but a mirror to our merry and mournful strivings.